Welcome to Passport to Miracles, where faith crosses borders and the impossible becomes reality. Today, we take you deep into the heart of Brazil, to a hospital chapel where grief turned into glory, and a baby, declared lifeless for 3 hours, opened her eyes and cried. Was it a mistake of medicine or a miracle written by divine hands? Join us on this unforgettable journey as we uncover the powerful true story of Baby Yasmin. In the quiet town of Araçatuba, Brazil, nestled in the sprawling state of São Paulo, life in 2011 moved to the gentle rhythm of tropical winds, Catholic tradition, and the warm resilience of its people. Among them was a young woman named Jennifer da Silva Gomes, just 22 years old, expectant with her first child. On July 10, 2011, at approximately 10 a.m., Jennifer arrived at Santa Casa de Araçatuba Hospital, ready to bring her daughter into the world. It was meant to be a joyful day, but what happened next was anything but. After hours of labor, baby Yasmin Gomes was delivered prematurely, and tragically, she was declared stillborn. The attending doctor, Dr. Aurelio Philippac, examined the newborn and found no signs of life, no heartbeat, no breathing. Her skin was pale and cool. In his experienced judgment, Yasmin was gone, a tragic end before life even began. With no cry echoing through the delivery room, silence descended like a dark shroud. As procedure dictated, the baby's body was prepared to be sent to the morgue. But with compassion, the attending nurse wrapped the lifeless infant in a white hospital blanket and placed her in a small box, something closer to a cradle than a coffin, and gave it to Jennifer's grandmother, who insisted on bringing the baby's body directly to the chapel. There, the family would pray over the still infant, preparing for a funeral service. The body was left on the altar of the hospital chapel, not yet buried, but no longer expected to breathe. 3 long hours passed. It was around 2 p.m., and mourners had begun arriving to pay their respects. Jennifer's grandmother approached the tiny box, trembling with grief. She was about to lift the cover once more to say a final goodbye, and that's when the impossible happened. Before her eyes, the baby moved. First, her chest rose slightly, a breath, then a flutter of eyelashes, and then Yasmin opened her eyes. Screams rang out in the chapel, not of fear, but of astonishment. People rushed to the altar, tears flowing freely as Yasmin kicked her tiny legs and started to cry out loud. The sound they had all prayed for hours before. Jennifer, still recovering from childbirth, was told that her daughter was alive. At first she thought the staff were playing a cruel joke, but when they wheeled in her baby, alive and crying, her knees buckled. The doctors were stunned. Nurses wept. Yasmin, declared dead for 3 hours, was now very much alive. The incident made headlines not just in Brazil, but around the world. Local newspapers called it a resurrecção milagrosa, a miraculous resurrection. But how could a baby declared dead by multiple medical professionals come back to life 3 hours later? Dr. Philippac stood by his declaration. "I saw no signs of life, no heartbeat, no pulse," he told reporters. "I am completely shocked. We don't have a medical explanation for this." Some speculated a rare case of suspended animation. Others suggested a possible diagnostic error. But even skeptics were forced to admit the odds of a newborn showing no vital signs for hours and then returning to life without resuscitation were not just medically improbable, they were near impossible. For Jennifer and her family, there was no doubt this was a divine act. "It was a miracle from God," she said in an interview. "God returned my daughter to me." Soon, word spread across Brazil. People came to visit Yasmin, touching her crib as if it were a relic. Churches held special masses in her name. For many, her story rekindled faith that had long grown cold. In a country where over 80% of the population identify as Catholic or Christian, Yasmin's story wasn't just a mystery, it was a sign. Even non-believers admitted to feeling shaken. As one hospital staff member said, it was like something out of a movie, but it was real. I saw it happen. Yasmin was kept in observation for several days, but no lasting damage was found. She fed normally, responded to stimuli, and appeared entirely healthy. Her mother held her close every moment, as if afraid to blink and lose her again. In the months that followed, Yasmin became something of a local celebrity. But her mother turned down interviews and media appearances. She is a gift, she said, not for fame, for love. Whether you call it a mistake, a fluke of nature, or a true miracle, the story of baby Yasmin continues to inspire awe. It raises questions about the mystery of life and death and what lies beyond our comprehension. Was it divine intervention, a test of faith, or a lesson that science, as advanced as it may be, still does not hold all the answers? In a world that often demands proof before belief, the story of baby Yasmin is a gentle whisper that some things cannot and should not be explained. In a quiet corner of Brazil, the line between life and death blurred, and for a brief, eternal moment, a miracle whispered through the cries of a newborn. Baby Yasmin's resurrection reminds us all that no matter how final things may seem, the divine still moves in mysterious and wondrous ways. If this story touched your heart, help us share it with the world. Like, subscribe, and follow us here at Passport to Miracles, where every story is a step deeper into the sacred. Until next time, keep believing. Miracles are closer than you think.